Myanmar, a home of the amazing Shuegaron Pagoda, or the city of thousands of temples, Bagan. However, as travelers, we wanted to experience something even more unique, get closer to the nature and get to know the local people from the countryside. Trekking in Hsipaw proved to be exactly what we were looking for. But this isn't where our adventure began. In fact, it started even sooner. In order to get to Hsipaw, we decided to take a train from Punur Win. And it would have been an ordinary train ride if it wasn't for the fact that we were going to cross a 100-year-old bridge built by the British colonists at the beginning of the 19th century.
We're getting very close to the bridge now. I can already see it. We're not facing in the right direction, so I believe we're going to do the final turn before we cross it. Very excited.
The bridge stands at 102 meters high, so I wouldn't recommend looking out the window for those afraid of the heights while the train is crossing it. The safety of the bridge is very questionable. Even some engineers have predicted that this bridge wouldn't have lasted longer than a decade. Yeah, that was about 10 years ago. It is in fact the tallest bridge made out of steel in the world.
That was really awesome. Amazing views. Not a bad roller coaster for $2.
After 7 hours, we have finally arrived in Hsipaw and started exploring the city and the surrounding areas. Without much hesitation, we have found a guide who will take us on a 2 days trekking to the remotely located village in the mountains.
What a boss. How hot is it, Idoya?
It's really hot.
Oh, it's hot. How many kilometers are we gonna
18,
cover
no?
to? 18 kilometers. We're gonna cover 18 kilometers today with the
No, that's today or that's the total trip?
Today.
just today.
Just today, okay.
Quick break to catch some breath. It's not easy today. It's very hot. It's very hot. Yeah, trekking is going to be a lot harder when you do it during the low season. Still doable, but a lot harder. So here we go. We're having lunch now in the village.
Never ice, right? Ice, no?
If someone just
Doya is cooling down.
Yeah, with this type of abanico. I don't know how you say that in English. What is this? Explain me.
Oh, you got a slap. It's 10 to 3 o'clock and we're just setting up for our 5-kilometer trek until we get to our last destination where we are staying overnight. It's a lot nicer now, it's a lot cooler, cloudier. It's just easier to walk now than it was in the morning. You gonna wash your feet, Doya? I just heard the thunder, so we might be soaking wet in a few minutes. We don't know. You okay? Doya. We're going uphill now. It's more exhausting. Running out of breath all the time, constantly. Just arrived in the village. We already managed to have a tea and a biscuit. And now we're going around. We're actually going to see the school that's being built. The first school in the village. It's very beautifully located. Quite high in the mountains, so it's nice and cool. And there are 80 people living in this village. And that's the school. And the sister. Look at the girl. Yeah.
The main source of income for most people in the village is green tea. The leaves are harvested during the day and processed at night. It seemed like a really hard work. We also gave it a shot.
Now we dine. What have we got?
Bitter gourd and eggplant.
Eggplant?
Aubergine, you know. And there's a ginger and tomato.
Ginger and tomato.
Yeah, there's a mustard soup.
Mustard soup.
Mustard soup.
There's a rice noodle.
Rice noodle.
And then mustard fermentation.
Okay.
Mustard fermentation.
Is it fermented?
Fermented, yeah. Mustard fermented.
Mustard.
Yeah, mustard.
Fermented mustard.
The same.
Awesome.
Really good.
You like it, yeah?
Yeah.
The lack of proper roads and remote location of this village makes it near impossible for the kids to travel to school. The only hope for their education is to actually build one. In fact, one of the reasons for our visit was to donate money from our friend towards this noble goal. In order to do that, we had to call an official meeting.
Good morning, let me just show you where we slept last night. That's the bed. And this is the village. How did you like it though?
It was nice.
We went to sleep at about 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. and we slept until 7.
I was so tired.
So... So we arrived at the village where we had lunch yesterday, and we recognized the children that we were playing with yesterday. And here you go, that's a motorbike on top of another motorbike. Oh yeah. And this is Jasmine.
And you have mangoes behind.
Smell. Sorry, because I'm looking at the camera.
It's jasmine and lemon. Lime.
Jasmine. Oh, that's a nice combo.
You have mangoes there.
And more buffaloes. The one on the right over there is smiling. At least we think he's or she is smiling. And then we walked, and we walked, and we walked, and we walked. Okay, check out this plant. Check it out. Wow, that's amazing.
Mimosa, you know.
That's amazing. That is awesome. We are now approaching the last stop before Hsipaw. That's where we started from yesterday. We're stopping at the village, take a quick break, refresh, have some watermelon maybe. Arrived. Oh, Doya. How's your stamina? Is it there yet at all?
Underground.
Underground. Okay, let's get some tea, shall we?
This one is
Chin chin.
empty.
So over there, I can already see Hsipaw. That's the village. That's where we started, and that's where we're gonna finish today. Let me give you some stats of today and yesterday. Okay, so far today we've covered 12.2 kilometer. Although I think it was more, but whatever. 12.2 kilometer. And yesterday we've done 24,000 steps, which is about 21 kilometers, just over 20 kilometers. It doesn't really sound too bad, if not the fact that we've also climbed 163 floors. That definitely added to the challenge, you know. But you know, I think it's worth it. I think that every trip like this, every challenge like this one, makes you a little bit stronger. physically and mentally as a person, and it always makes the place that you're going to more special. Like you know, because you put all that effort in, you appreciate it more. I think that's how I look at it. So I'm very glad I did it. That's what can happen when you trek. Unexpectedly, you might slip and cut your toe.
It's there.
Thank you, nurse.
That's the cut.
Thank you, nurse. Oh, it's bleeding proper, huh?
It was truly a great experience, and I recommend it to anyone visiting Myanmar. I think a good tip would be to do this trek in the cooler season between November and February. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember also to leave a like and click subscribe to help me grow my channel. And I will see you in the next one.